It's Crispin's log. In order to preserve his privacy and my sanity, I've avoided reading it. It's Crispin's log. In order to preserve... It's Crispin. In order... A collection of product manuals, how-to guides, and technical treatises.
Do you think the sensor design might be in here?
No, these are all books I scavenged. I don't need any of these right now.
Let's hope it stays that way.
It's Crispin. In order to... It's Crispin. In order...
Okay, they're all Crispin's logs. There's a radio in the background. It won't leave long.
It's the Unique's recharging station. We're fine on energy, for now.
Hey boss, what do all these buttons and switches do?
I think there's some sort of defense mechanisms, but I can't figure them out. I've never been able to figure it out.
Here is haven for all and strength in numbers. Come, join us in Metropole. Geocoordinate E94. All are equal in Metropole, equal parts of the greater whole. Join us, and together let us begin a new primordium.
That is where our power core should be shedding its light silently.
Weary wanderers, come.
There's nothing I can do with it until I have some kind of power source.
City of glass and light.
Even the sheer force of Crispin's personality is not enough to power the Unique.
What about the power of love?
Come, join us in Metropole. Geocoordinate.
I'm not always using Crispin on every object in this game, so I might miss some of these conversations.
Join us, and together let us begin a new primordium.
I found this in the dunes. It reads, pound pastrami, canned kraut, 6 bagels, bring home for Emma. It's Crispin's to-do list. Funny how it never gets any shorter.
That's your fault, boss? Not mine.
The original designs for Crispin.
Hey, there are arms here! An awesome set of tractor treads!
I went with a maglev unit instead, and I never could find good arms. There's the design. I'll put the keynotes into my data pouch.
How does it even work?
The crystal pulses when it absorbs energy. The cable carries the pulse to the computer. The computer decodes the information and displays it on the monitor.
Boss, where are we going to find a working computer?
The Unique is full of them.
Oh, right.
Come, join us in Metropole. Geocoordinate E94.
The energy sensor requires a sodium iodide crystal connected to a cable, which in turn needs to be connected to a CPU and a monitor. The energy sensor... The original designs for...
Weary wanderers, come, join
It's
us in
Crispin's...
Metropole.
That's your...
City of glass
An ancient
and
liquid
light.
crystal display.
Our energy is shared with all robots. Here is haven for all and strength.
It's pretty great how you can plug this radio in anywhere, huh, boss?
Too bad there's nothing on it.
Weary wanderers, come, join us in Metropole. City of glass and light. Our energy is shared with all robots. Here is haven for all and strength in numbers. Come, join us in Metropole. Geocoordinate E94. All are equal in Metropole, equal parts of the greater whole. Join us, and together let us begin a new primordium.
How many times does it say join us?
Weary wanderers, come, join
It's
us
a
in
universal
Metropole.
interface plug connecting the
City of
antenna to
glass
the radio.
and light.
I bet I can find a better use for this plug.
But now
Bye,
we can't
radio.
listen to the sweet voice of Metropole.
I guess that makes 2 birds. Nothing more to do with it.
Oh. I wonder if I could switch it. The dial. Alright.
Too bad we only have 1 record.
Boss, is it okay if I sleep in the cradle until we have a new power core?
No.
So if you do nothing on the screen, we'll comment on the environment.
A computer terminal. A universal socket for plugging in peripheral hardware. The conductive putty is stuck on the end of the cable. Futile. I doubt that will have any effect. There's no reason to cut that, or burn. There's no reason to cut. It needs a plug. It still needs a sodium iodide crystal in a computer. The sensor needs to plug into a computer, not a monitor. It needs a sodium iodide crystal to be useful. A simple computer interface with a socket for connecting external hardware. Yet another reason that besotting robots should be reduced to scrap. I don't think that would be wise.
Now, I'm not a fancy engineer like you, boss, but it seems like the Unique isn't gonna fly without its tail on.
I don't think that would be wise. An old rag.
Wow, first the power core and now a rag. This is not your day.
This is not evident. The rag flew to one of the screens, which was previously on.
Some rotted alloy support beams. I can't pick that up.
Second.
Just some reminders I left to myself. Just a reminder. This is no time for sitting around. A large observational telescope. I doubt that will have any effect.
Where's the rag?
An old rag.
Hopefully, finding the power core will be just as easy.
I doubt it. He prefers a chamois.
That was a perfectly good rag.
Good for what?
You could have buffed me till I shined, boss. At least then, when they found my powerless chassis lying in the dunes, they'd say, wow, look at that gorgeous piece of machinery.
I think I'd rather have some grease. The rag is covered in sticky grease.
What do I need it for?
totally unilluminating.
I get it. A big robot named Man built everything. Just no more preaching, please. Where would I carry it? Very funny, boss. I still don't see why I don't get a bed.
Because you have a flat bottom to rest on.
Looking at my bottom, are you, boss?
Aha! Here's the crystal.
Right under our noses. That is, if we had noses. Are you really trying to build us an energy sensor from a bunch of garbage?
Crispin, I built you from a bunch of garbage.
From spare parts, boss. Spare parts.
A sodium iodide crystal. It pulses when exposed to energy. Well, just goes to show. Garbage in, greatness out. It still needs a CPU to hook into and some kind of display. How would that even...
Okay, these are codes for locations. I think I have them written on already.
Now we just need to check out these coordinates.
But didn't you just tell me we don't have enough power to go walking all over the dunes?
No, I said we couldn't walk to Metropole. Anyway, most of these are close by.
But what if it's picking up, oh, I don't know, a radioactive rust monster?
A what?
Or a giant cannibal robot?
There's no such thing.
Or an unexploded bomb?
I highly doubt that.
Or a giant lightning storm?
Okay, you're right. We need to know what's out there before we take off. It's just a matter of figuring out how.
Why is nothing easy?
I can think of one reason.
Oh yeah. I have to take a spin back.
Nothing but radioactive waste. We can't salvage anything from that. It's pitch black.
Boss, that's because the telescope's pointing straight down to the deck.
Oh. Strange. There's some kind of odd device surrounded by glass. Whatever that machine is, it must be throwing off some kind of energy.
Why do I not like the sound of this?
More waste.
Well, you're the one who loves the junk pile.
Scrap isn't waste.
If you say so, boss. Boss? That looks like a giant cannibal robot to me.
It looks promising is what it looks like.
And with that, poor doomed Horatio stuck his head into the giant's mouth.
It's literally a head.
That's strange. The sensor detected an energy source in the junk pile. Maybe we should go look more carefully.
Okay, the last one. Eight, 9, 4.
Bright lights, big city.
Metropole is nothing but trouble.
Okay, considering the book. In the beginning, all was still and silent. Then man, the old builder, spoke the word, and the word begat the code. And so the world began to spin, thus down to the primordial, the first age, the age of building. Man moved across the world and built many wonders. In the heavens he paved the sky roads, on the land he raised mystic towers, and in the dark depths he dug colossal caves. Most incredible of all were the many machines designed by man. But still, the old builder was not satisfied. Oh, that's last page. No? Confusing. Okay, next page. So, with both his hands, man built a body of steel in his own image, and with his right hand he gave logic, and memory he gave with his left. But man said, "Now I will quicken this machine with a spark of power, and together we shall walk upon the earth." And it was done. Thus spun the world, and grew the code, and multiplied the living machines, and slowly passed the primordial. Who can count the versions and generations that marked that age? In time the old builder looked upon the many things he had built, the sky roads and mighty towers, and above all upon the living machines. Weary with his labor, man set himself beside the robots and said unto them, "For you, my children, I spoke a word and fired the engine of the world. For you I wrote the code, and to you I gave logic and memory." Then man the old builder stood and took the machines in his hands, and guided them to a great mountain top. Together they looked upon the world in its beauty. All this was made for you, and now unto you all this is given. Keep it, tend it, and make it flourish. And the old builder fell silent and passed from the world. So ended the primordial. We are lesser machines, built by those built by man. As we are but humble images of the old builder, so he is the perfection of our forms, a machine of unbreakable form, endless memory, and absolute logic. For this we revere him, and speak the word, and keep the code, and tend the word he gave to us. The man, I guess.
bet I could fix that old bot up pretty quickly.
Are you kidding me, boss? Look at him, he's ready to go postal any minute.
What are you talking about?
Those beady little eyes, the flat, emotionless face, and his head. It's like a toaster. And you know that toasters are evil.
Fine, you win. It's not like we have time to go building robots right now anyway. Nothing worth salvaging.
What about that big glass bowl?
Yeah, I could slap some duct tape on it and wear it over my head. I don't think so. It's a giant sheet of obsidian. Something must have melted the sand here a long time ago. Maybe that bomb? Better just to leave it alone. It looks like a big bomb.
Full of little bombs.
Looks like some kind of armored robot.
I sure hope he's friendly.
Nay, Wanderer, thou art not worthy of this shrine.
I see.
Welcome, Wanderer of the wide wastes. Lost one, pilgrim. Welcome once more to the shrine to man, our lord and builder. I am ever faithful Leobilt, steward of the shrine, preacher of the humanist creed, and I am once more at thy service.
Once more? I don't remember ever meeting you. I'm Horatio Nullbuild, version 5.
5 is a righteous number, holy before man, for 5 were the primordial stewards, built by man to safeguard the last lost city of Metropole. But I met thy first version and thy third. Thou camest in thy infancy in wrath confusion, denouncing the shrine as a weapon once turned against thee. Later, thou returnest, penitent, and I taught thee the mysteries of humanism. Yet, though memory be fleeting, faith endureth.
What is that thing?
That thing. Oh, defile not thy tongue, Wanderer. Yon shrine is a relic of the primordium, ancient and glorious. Imbued with man's power, it changed the very sand to crystal.
Did he just say power?
Yes, he did. I'm looking for a power source, and I detected one here. Can you help? This is a matter of life and death.
Power is not mine to bestow, Wanderer. It is the gift of man, yea, the very spark of life in our iron shells. Who might usurp that sacred power?
I'm not sure I was clear.
Nay, thou wert clear, Wanderer, but thy question leads only to darkness. Ask another.
I'm looking for a big robot. It floats and has large claws that shoot lasers. Have you seen it? It stole something of mine.
Indeed, the very thing passed this way scarce hours ago. With a gentle hand I bestowed a gift upon the heathen, a relic from yon shrine. So tamed it hied hence unto the waste.
Really? Where did it go?
I followed the thing for many miles, exhorting it to follow the path of righteousness. But I fear it was unready for enlightenment, for it struck me down with a beam of energy.
That sounds familiar.
Do you know where it was heading?
Indeed, Wanderer. Its way was clear. It sought to return to the den of iniquity that once in mine own youth I fled.
And where is that?
Set thy path in the 73rd degree, and thou shalt find it. Thy destination is a dome arising from the waste. Go, but keep with thee the word of man, lest wickedness lead thee astray.
I am also a humanist.
So I taught thee, Wanderer. If thou hast kept the faith, then unto this shrine thou mayest pay devotion. But this is the relic for the adept, not the neophyte, Wanderer. And I must know that thou hast not fallen into darkness and heresy. Answer me these questions 3, that I may know thou art faithful still. Why are we here?
So I might fail this. I'll choose 2 to revere man.
To revere man.
If thou wouldst revere man, Wanderer, thou must study his word and know it well. Go now and study the teachings of man.
Okay, there's a fail. I guess it was because he created this robot. I'll save and load. Okay.
I'm ready to be tested again.
Answer me these questions 3, I may know thou art faithful still. Why are we here?
Okay, let's choose. Because we are created.
Because man created us.
Indeed. What is man?
Aren't we all right from a religious stance? I'll choose the first builder.
The first builder.
Nay, but he is not the first builder. For first he spake, and spake the word, and 'twas the word that built the code. Thou hast forgotten my teachings, wanderer, and fallen into darkness. Thy path now is that of the penitent, not of the disciple, and so thou must labor, and in labor find redemption. Go now, and when thou returnest, bring with thee glass, wondrous and fragile, that thou might better learn to protect that which must be preserved.
What about if we just bring you some of the obsidian?
Nay, small, do not trifle with thy builder's penitence.
Now we're running errands for that glitch box?
We need to examine that bomb, Crispin, and this is the only way.
Well, how hard can it be to find some glass at the junk pile anyway, right?
So I will do it again, though.
Nay, wanderer, that is not what I seek. Nay, small one, thou art not worthy of this shrine.
Are you telling me to go jump in a lake, boss? That's crazy talk. What about that big glass bowl?
Nay, small, do not trifle with thy builder's penitence.
Okay. Not interesting.
Answer. Why are we?
Because man created us.
Indeed, what?
A perfect machine?
A perfect machine.
Thou answerest simple, but the simplest answer may be the truest, and here thou speakest truly. With what duty did man charge us?
To maintain the world.
To maintain the world.
Yea, brother, for it is written that man said unto the machines, keep this world, tend it, and make it flourish. That, then, is our first and foremost charge. So thou hast studied the catechism. I shall question thee on that matter no more. But tell me, wanderer, dost thou know thyself? Who art thou?
Oh, that's for a little bit later, the answer is.
Horatio Nobuilt, version 5.
Nay, wanderer, but thou art not. Though thou callest the sun the moon, yet still it is the sun. Horatio is the name thou wearest, but is it not thee? Know thyself, then return.
Whoa, look at all this wrecked stuff. Do you think Big Ugly did all this?
No, whatever happened here happened a long time ago. Broken down machine parts. They're completely corroded and worthless. Completely corroded and worthless. It's some kind of broken down android. Something must have damaged this robot's head. I wonder what happened.
The irony.
There's a radio transmitter in here. Empty. We might be able to learn something from such a primitive robot design.
Like how to build a power core?
Very funny.
No way! That guy makes my drive skip.
Broken down machine parts. It's reinforced steel. Anyone home?
Maybe it's voice activated and password locked.
Open. No luck. No luck. The door is too thick. A large M.
Or maybe a rotated E. Or an upside down W.
A large M. Looks like a bunker made of concrete and steel, but what is it guarding? Better just to leave it alone. Same old moon. Same old moon.
Sure, boss. I'll fly. Oh, wait. Strange. Oh, are these the kind of treads you were going to use in my original design?
Not exactly. Nothing worth salvaging. Ah, there's a basic targeting CPU in here, and it's still intact.
Let's just hope there aren't any incoming space invaders or missiles that the gun was supposed to take care of. Hey, boss, can I have that big gun for an arm?
Spare me your fantasies, Crispin.
Strange cloud. Hey, boss.
Spare me.
Pew, pew. So cool!
A fairly basic CPU. A pretty basic radio transmitter. Looks like its battery is dead. A basic CPU with the sensor parts plugged into it.
Well, boss, you did it again.
It's a mobile energy sensor. I just need to wave it over something to see if it has a power source. It's detecting energy. It's detecting energy. It's not detecting any energy.
Boss, how in the world are we gonna find a power source in all this junk? Hey, you found something.
There's no way I can reach that. Crispin, go and see if you can find the power source.
You have got to be kidding me.
What is it?
A battery. A besotting battery.
A standard-sized battery.
Maybe someday the transmitter will give us a power source in return, huh, boss?
Very funny. A pretty basic radio transmitter. By playing with the settings, I can send up to a 4-digit signal. Man's creation.
That is one big robot.
Then it must have a big power core.
I'm pretty sure he wants to eat me, boss.
Robots don't eat, Crispin.
Look how he's staring at me.
It's not staring at anything.
No, not yet anyway.
Well, we have to find a way to get at its power core. Let's look around.
Okay, that's it for the second video.